earlier today because I had some stuff to do. But I am here. I'm going to jump back into it. Okay. Just make sure your volume's good. Okay. Well. Let me just make sure. Everything's on. So, maybe it's just an issue with the headphones today. It is what it is. So, we're going to jump in and we're going to hope there's sound. And if there isn't sound, I will come back to this and replay it. So, I'm dedicated. Or like I just have a lot of free time, but. Okay, so let me just give myself a little refresher before we pop back into this. Oh, we gotta go talk to those guys. That's right. Okay. Keep clicking done on there like it's actually on there. Okay. Here it is. So, we'll go talk to these guys. We're gonna save before we do so. I mean, I know we just saved, but I'm gonna do a new save. And then I'm gonna save our keep our old one, just in case. No, that's not one. I have 3 skill points that I can apply throughout this conversation, which is probably a good idea. Let me just triple check what I have on right now. At least that's clean. These suck, but it is what it is. Interfacing is kind of good. I mean, +1 composure will probably come in handy in this instance. Sure. Okay. I can get behind this. I hate those glasses. Love that it's logic, but authority we really can't lose when talking to these guys. So, let's go. Let's jump right in. I have been around someone who actually had like a little spit bucket for their chewing tobacco. And it was interesting to say the least.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is my...
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way, so let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
But why? Don't know why I can't hear this.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Hang on. Okay. Hopefully that's playing for you guys. If anybody is experiencing audio issues, let me know.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you...
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. We've talked to Everard Clare. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing.
Listen, you moral-intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get...
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
I want to piss her off too much.
This is where you
Okay.
say your bit.
I'll piss her off eventually.
Detective.
Oh, this is about him.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up.
You might want to start asking your questions now.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw, starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man in his 30s. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. And then standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little pat in the far corner. Standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 41. With the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face. Mean, watery eyes. And in the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were exactly the missing lady driver who was running the drug trade. Does it mean the Hardy Boys are involved in the drug trade as well? Maybe. But hey, you've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Now it...
The fuck is with you, fella? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy this... Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking.
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't...
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boy. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your...
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, you...
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Okay.
The pretty boy. You guys weird.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Ebrard? And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo because we did? All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell...
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Huh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Talk.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of
That's my
questioning
mom.
is
If
over.
it wasn't my mom, I wouldn't answer
You
it.
got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
Let me just scroll back up here because my mom has me not remembering what was happening.
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good...
Known him? We don't... Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent it. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Are you deaf? Do you think you could do that?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole. Titus Huff.
I think you got your answer.
No. You did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitude?
So is hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
We hanged him up by his neck.
Didn't they teach you any?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hand were not.
The lieutenant goes in for the leg sweep. Titus does not.
We... Look, I'm not gonna...
Yeah. I knocked him out. Came up behind him and...
That's right, lawman. And then we...
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
My fucking elbow, Copper.
Samarin Bok, he may be lying.
Right fucking here. The fucker started coming to our bar. Asking for it.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fatty.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. Oh my...
keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
And fuck you, too, Copper.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Like what, Copper? Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experience.
A live grenade. Right here in...
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hired merc shit like that. Story of every strike.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm orange.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some orange.
We couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you...
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even...
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah. Me and Eugene got around.
There's something odd. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling me.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and while the little rat-faced man reaches into his sleeve, there's a knife in there. Some of the others reach for their belts. Their eyes are light.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hand?
Indeed, mighty. How...
Well, there are so many bullets in the world. I guess it's on.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Bet out.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop.
Never been worried in my life.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little...
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fucked he. Let me state this very clearly, capo.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Again.
Good.
About fucking time. Like hell, you hell. There is...
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint.
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local...
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed.
Little shit. That's Kuno in the...
Whatever you've seen is peanuts.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene.
My answer
About
is
to pop the chat
fuck
back open after I
off.
answered my mom.
mind your own business.
That
There is no
why
eighth
I
Hardy.
should not
I
multitask.
run this goddamn
So
scene.
sorry about that.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know. Fatty walked on all fours. He's so fucking...
Despite everything, the little man is quick on.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
Yeah, by friends.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the...
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men. We're...
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men? We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. I guess we're gonna see.
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him. So with the local...
Yeah. Where are they now, huh?
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think. Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loot. What do you mean? Okay. No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
You know what? Please. Let's hope I have good luck today.
As you look around this room
Yay.
full of sweaty men, swearing,
Okay.
drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with...
Huh? You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for...
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about money.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna... If you don't, if you question her...
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on due.
Oh, just
She's
go, lady.
staying here at the whirling in rags.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs?
Cool.
That
Cool,
can't
cool.
be her.
Let's put one on.
She knows you
conversion
drank so
here.
hard you forgot you were a cop.
Thank you. Not great. Not great. I'm not gonna lie. We'll put one more on composure. Yeah, let's put one more on composure because I feel like an absolute idiot right now. Shit. Lucky, please. Maybe?
You inexplicably add cool after the...
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we...
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Okay. Oh god. Well, that could have been worse. So, thankfully that wasn't. Kim, I know you want to talk, but I'm gonna run away. Run away. Talk over here, Mr. Kim. I know you're about to yell at me.
Officer, what was that? Yes. The victim? Is there something I should...
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Okay, that's manageable. Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday. So she overheard you? Or did you party together? Anything else? That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else? We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right. Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride.
Oh boy, okay. Save. I'm struggling with buttons.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we...
Come on up. The door is open.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere.
Put the primer in my hand. Cleaning. Go in stuff.
This medicine cabinet is full of... It's been used, but not for scrubbing. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill...
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle. Necra. This is used to treat opioid over...
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the look among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotvaldian. Marked red blister packs you find. What? A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Preptide. A euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
What was the other stuff in here though? I guess not. Also, the fact that she has like a little loft type hotel room, I think is really cute. Only French games.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Don't snap finger pistols.
Probably for the best. Your 9mm semi-automatic...
Okay, nothing else out here other than that door to look at. So let's talk to her. Oh, I should have saved.
Welcome to the room.
Oops.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious... Oh yeah. Life gets hard.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going...
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there.
Oh, I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like
Clasier Amondu. Vredefort, Republic.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form.
I'm 28. Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I fear: failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. Nothing. I do nothing with it. It's not very cool, but what can you do? A bad memory, officer, of lilacs.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing, if you're no longer there. The record, so official. Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol? Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Yeah? Thank you. I've put a lot of time.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachon, but you should still reprimand her.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it.
The anti-star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Oh, yes. One of my favorites. Like, not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirror. Very funky. I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying?
About 4 months. Here in the whirling, I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go. I'm really not. I'm wintering.
How long have you been?
About 4 months. Here in the whirling, I always wanted to see the only city in the world.
This is by far not the only reason she's here, and she isn't really hiding it either.
All right.
Ferg's dreaming pretty hard.
Fergie, hey. Where is Fergie? You're dreaming, honey.
She looks at the dried petals in chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo. Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind? Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean? It's a bit early in the morning for rate. Is it? It is afternoon. Time flies, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go with not rate.
By him, she must mean
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
by they. She means
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, pretty much.
warning them.
We partied. With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Oh, it is.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. A little. The drugs were good enough.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool scare.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the...
A bitter cringe. It hurts. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitch.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked with nail clippers. And I diverted some...
Which landline?
The one downstairs, officer.
That's some clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like...
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been...
I don't know, sir. It was stupid.
Thank you for making the call, miss.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there. He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here.
And his role in this strike was...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. Worked for...
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. Over drinks. It's been a little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a...
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But a bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatercraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes.
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused. Sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie. I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
She takes a long, hard... You hear cracking in her shoulders.
I'm sorry, I can't...
I know it's difficult, miss. We can...
She breathes a silvery sigh.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth. She looks back. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. It's barred from the... Sounds like it's... Must be something valuable.
I don't know. It is not the first closed door. I don't know. The further we get, the more the vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around it.
go inside, talk to Kim. Okay, Mr. Kim. Ooh.
This window is pristine, smooth as following your lead.
Looks like it, yes. Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Have nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was, if not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect...
Officer, it's a fine day for questions. Yeah? I have no idea, officer. It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
All right.
Okay, so nothing about the window? Alright. Okay, let's go downstairs on this. Downstairs. Alrighty, let's go talk to those idiot boys. Let's go back here. What is this little bottle that he's popping up? Okay.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to... nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman.
Seems to know something. Do you have anything? Perception. No. Okay, that's fine. It's safe right now.
It's you again. What is it? Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be true.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy...
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. And you went and pushed her. I am...
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fist.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a... Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters. A mess. It might be nice to listen to, But
You don't care about evidence.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting...
I won't be on your bulletin board.
there's a lot of questions. If you ask them,
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug me. We have machines. We're in the...
Understood? You've listened in on their communication.
Since way before their chief started taking...
Things got nice and quiet after that.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff.
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You know what?
I'm sure we can find it.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you...
Yeah, play it with your...
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday. Yeah? What about it? You do that.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise. Once the construction starts, it will probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property.
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try forgery as soon as we can.
The youth center cuts into it's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings. Almost, this is either an ominous or cool. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pipe. 6 crumbling petals rest on.
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for
the revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but it's about girls and boys more than sight. Girls sending off boys, yes, but not these early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
The petals feel dry. You stare at.
Alright, so I remember that there was a tape player at Roy's, so we can go get that. There's also something I want to look up. Let's see. I don't think that's gonna give me what I want. So, Yeah, I said I was going to go to Roy's and get that radio thing. Oh wait, am I going to get you from this? No, I don't think so. It's this way, I think. Right? Oh. And can I call Alice for that? No, I think I'm gonna have to call it tomorrow.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio
Pretty much anytime I
microphone,
walk past the
pull-out
car, I'm gonna
toolbox,
try and call
the
Alice
soft
to see
plug.
if
This is
there's any
Precinct
more
57. How may I assist you?
information.
Not yet. But I was able to convince the database people to sell private sector information.
No.
They promised to
That's
get back to me
alright.
by tomorrow.
Oh,
57,
wait, I
over.
should talk
In
to
the
Cindy
cabin,
about
you see
tonight.
a set of
Hang on,
steering
hang on.
levers, a radio on a hook.
This is Precinct 57. Just a second. Sylvie Malaika. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you
No,
need, detective?
that's not.
No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have the cake.
So the Union has a phone.
Seems like Glacier wasn't lying when she said it was her. This corrupt.
She iseth the fairest of them all.
Yeah, go on.
You hear the
I
call.
wanna be able
Anything
to
else I
ask
can help
her
you with,
about,
officer? 57, over.
In the cabin, you see a set.
that night, because that disco dancer lady said that she was with Sylvie, right? Didn't she say she was cowering downstairs with Sylvie? Oh, I wonder if Salami Man is over here. Salami Man! Hi, Salami Man! Okay, I can't do anything with Salami Man. I don't need any more salami, so it's fine. The amount of times I've said salami in this sentence is,
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the...
great. Bought the boombox. Still have enough money for rent tomorrow. That's good. We're budgeting. My mom would be so proud. I don't think this is what she meant. Oh, what? What did that need? I think that was perception.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. Nothing, as before.
What's this weirdo cop doing?
I think he's trying.
Wow. No.
Yeah.
He's just trying.
Let's go into our inventory. Tools. Boombox. Look at us. Amazing. This. No? Hang on. Interact. This. Interact.
The porter reel is just you push, command set, and the tape starts spinning.
This isn't Revachon. This is a...
The harbor. That's the son of...
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that... Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice... I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance... Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel.
End of recording. One of the other mercenaries, I think. A village on the Samaran Isla, in South Safri. Grad committed war crime. Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer.
A symbol of Soldier of the...
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. Still.
There's more going on here than we know.
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you?
As you take out the tape. This window is pristine on the...
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain? Not my favorite topic, but okay. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later.
I know it's difficult, miss.
How about we...
She puts her with a soft ring.
Did he? I never said he was a good man. Or that he had good intentions.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds a me.
Where did they...
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
The phrase was used.
Yeah. That was practical. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything. No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living.
She's quite observant about the human character. Trained to observe, even.
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor.
Forgetting
Which
to
he
put
wore
the
in
chat
bed
back up on my
and
phone
in the
after I
shower.
use my phone. This is why I should not be doing things like that. I should get another little monitor for this so that I can look at that instead of looking at my phone, because that's rude on my end.
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You...
Did he tell you he had actually done any of the...
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for detail.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what...
She takes a very small sip of...
Like, for example...
Actually, officer, I didn't know his...
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had...
He had many scars that made him appear older. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny...
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die. The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you.
Blue. Light blue. They were like... Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice.
He had a combat wound on his
Yes. Severe. It made him look...
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
The young woman nods.
Oh, that. Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature.
Is this Orani's lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Orani's lit. A moment's respite. Dark, and he's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are... And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes. And so it goes. Star after star. Oh yeah. No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms. From a small town. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. Change of topic, perhaps? In Oranje, officer.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's Oranje? Oranie's map of waterways?
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranien Rek. I didn't even understand his accent.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot. Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Moindi. The old, old world. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too. Is the Union communist? They're not hardcore in that way.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Yeah? All right.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, below the damage, the weeks of decomposition. How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000. You could ask either one of them.
Huh. How old?
She's buying time to formulate the best.
I don't know. 40? I was like 9 when OO peaked. That was what, 19 years ago? I liked them when I was... Let's say you were 20-something. 25. A good disco age.
Wow.
Look, At the end of the day, a
Yes, miss, but for him that number is 56.
Kim, don't read me like that.
Wait.
By
This
the way, if anybody
requires
even
scientific
remotely
measurements.
tried to drag me in the age department, because they could, that's a sensitive spot for me, I would slap someone. Straight up. Kim, I might like you and I might want praise from you, but I would backhand you if you talked about my age. I'm not even gonna lie.
To the laboratorium.
Don't know what's happening there, but that's kind of funny. Do I have spaces for this? Can I put... What do I have here? Are these all ones that I can put in there? I think. Date of birth generator. Huh. Oh. Oh, I can't unlock it. Okay, well then I'll unlock my birth thing after. Already spent it. Already spent it. Let's go back and talk to Mr. Titus. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth between the two of them. Yeah, that's where we... Where? Yeah, that's where we left off yesterday, I think. I don't remember. We're gonna do it in safe. Yeah, we're saving. And I'm traumatized after that moment yesterday when I accidentally clicked load instead of save. I was gonna cry for a minute there. Kim, you're in the way. We gon' run everywhere. Cardio, it's good for you. I gotta have some redeemable physical activities because I'm clearly disgustingly hard on my body given all of the partying. And by me, when I say me, I'm meaning
It's you again.
my guy in there.
What is it?
Not me. Although, you know, we're not even gonna get into that.
And
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens. Jaw sets.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little...
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klaase a second chance to be.
Oh, fucking right. I guess it's good then. Fucking.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
I asked for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of...
Yeah, guys. We should get a...
Why?
Uh...
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head. Handled him. She got into some stupid shit with that guy.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in this sordid play.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired.
You know what? I am tired. Next time you see her, tell her that lying, scamming. Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
I'm gonna save so badly. Let me save, please. We're gonna new save. I don't even care. New save. Fuck it. Oh, the saves.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling.
It's you again. What is it?
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell
No. That. Man. I gotta be real careful with what I do sometimes.
It's you again.
Bro?
What is it?
Please, give me a green.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
Need your gun again. Loading one more time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna load until I get this check because I don't have a skill point to spend on it, and I feel that this is important enough to do something very boring in front of you.
It's you again. What is
And
it?
I'm gonna be honest that I'm doing this. I mean, I don't play this game unless you are present. You're coming along with me, and this is how I would honestly be playing this game. This playthrough anyways. Okay, please, we want a green. Give me a green, please.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle.
Okay. Load it one more time. Why not? We've done it 3 times already. Please.
It's you again. What
I
is
don't
it?
want to ride the struggle bus anymore. I'm a soft gal. I'm a soft gal. Please tell me you guys know what that's from. Are you please?
Convince
Yeah.
Titus he's being
There we go.
manipulated.
They felt
You
bad
should
that
know
I was
by now.
making you guys
Titus
watch
Hardy
this so many
will
times
never
there.
falter. But you know someone
Let's
who
wheel this chair
might.
back in. I need to get a new chair.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Just remember, it's about more than Glazier. It's about these men and Martin. Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right? Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
It wasn't that. It wasn't.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out.
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm, a Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even...
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound...
I left it home. I can't get it.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my...
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
After a long walk along the coast.
You're in.
I feel like that's
all
gonna come
yours.
back.
Questions.
In a manner of speaking, we had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons. It's... Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna... That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway. Glad you understand that.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death.
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to.
Girls plural? There's another girl.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't. Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurned. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the...
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy. We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window.
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hang. Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement. You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. They're powerful. Connected to the Moor Lantern. She's clearly afraid for her life.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we invite all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing. Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue. I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either her...
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do.
These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you... Klausya came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's no... That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of...
We'll take that into account.
Well, that went well, I think. Will you let me check the window again, please?
behind the dock workers. A ceiling.
Alright, no, it is what it is. Again, it is what it is. So, okay, cool. This is good. Save the game now that I've gone through that, and I promise you that I won't put you through many more of those repeat save situations. It was important. It was for the greater good of the game. It was for plot progression. I don't know how to talk, but I have to go get more. I was out today and did not look that up when I clearly should have. And I told myself it would be fine, that I could do it later. And now I'm doing this, and I want to pop, and I should have done it earlier. And so I'm going to have to go and physically get some tonight. It's cold.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tight.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched. Her feet...
I know. For what it's worth,
You're
I'm
okay.
sorry. For all of
You're
this,
fine.
for wasting your time.
This is good.
No.
Clear the air
Wait.
first, between you two.
Forget.
Then move on to questions.
No. Don't do it.
Is it? Something is off here. Shush. I can't hear what she...
Why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten. You're right. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as a grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight. The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then...
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't...
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired.
The job was Lou's County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airbird, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Oh, you're in your crate. How fun. Didn't realize you were in your crate.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have
There's
been
a
a
lot
lie.
of noises coming
That
out of my
is
little
impossible.
dog right now. Are you comfy, Faye? I wish I could show you what she's doing. I mean, she's a Timbit right now. She gets herself real tight in the little ball on the couch, and she's just a little Timbit.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
That's a little creepy. But
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
That's unpleasant.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not his crane. Then I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one.
That's my dog.
It never came.
Drinking water. Which I should do, but I only have the melted ice in my pop glass, and that's gross by hydration. Fuck it. I use filtered water for my ice because I live in an area with a decent amount of air and water pollution, so as someone with an autoimmune disease, I use filtered water for pretty much everything.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Oh. So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen?
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time.
Dog's just
Around
doing the
midnight.
most today.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and he was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there. When he was shot?
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance.
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and...
Ruby?
Ruby. You know.
The leader?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with...
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not? Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation. She said she'd take care of this. That's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom.
No.
We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his... It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to... Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. But I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other...
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, is that you'll get nothing from there. Last week, Angus and Titus's brother...
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. She nods, silently. He's thinking, are we done here?
Okay, Kim. What do you mean, Kim?
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Do I have anything that I can put on to make drama? No, I can't. That's not what this is not. No. Do I have anything doing anything for drama? No. Okay. Is anything minusing drama? No. Okay, well, nothing I can do to make that easier for us. Maybe we chat with Kim.
Yes.
Okay.
Officer, What brings you?
Who?
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
Dear
I was
God,
not
you've
expecting
been
that.
lied to. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
There may be grounds here. At least for...
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so... It's Katarzyna Elysium.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yuga Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
My parents were Zhemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasia is my father's name.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They see. She nods. Her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid a police investigation. She purposefully misrepresented fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please, no. I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself.
Ruby. She has this thing for me, ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. Sex, and more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was... When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came...
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
She came over one night, drunk. Said she'd turn my life into a living, and she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that.
Some of that fear is still with her. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
She could have had access to the roof. You've noticed that door there, right? She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid, and she's beautiful.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's shit, but I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink, and dance, wallowing in shit. You have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months.
You do have the form.
By God, she's playing him too. Like a fiddle, sire. Who would have known?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, maybe Ravishol could be free. I could be tried in a free Ravishol.
I find that
I don't
hard to
know. I
believe.
feel like she's giving me the runaround, to be completely honest.
Don't. The world can change.
That's not the answer she was hoping for. Thought that you were some kind of patriot or communard, did she? She looks at you in silence. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
I won't, sir.
She nods, then nervously pulls.
Okay.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath. As if in the present. You are. This is not the end of this.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath. As if in the presence of some tiger. Nothing happens. There is a mass of... The sky is low and...
Silence, officer. Wouldn't have thought you the silent type.
Okay, cool. So, let's see what the heck is going on down here. Close. Good. I'm gonna put that skill in perception so that I can get whatever's out that stupid window.
This window is pristine on the inside. The golden light melts away into the blue. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. It's the night of March. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, and from the roof outside. Location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime. Most there could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. 72%, with a weapon that fires jacketed ammunition, likely a rifle. This is a good short distance, but not the lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible... The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the... You would need a map for that. A map of Martinez.
The bookstore. They have maps. You're thinking, what if the shot didn't come from the roof? Good. We should come back with a map and compare the landscape to the radius of the shot.
Gotcha. Okay. Come back with a map of Martinez. Alright, let's go down and talk to Titus again. See if I can put... Oh, did I just get a skill point? Yes. So let's see. Skill point? Hey. Okay, so let's put this in perception. There we go. Wow, perception's already really high. I feel like this is so different from some of the other ones that I've I know it just saved. I'm gonna have a bajillion saves to go through later.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of them. Someone hid the key in. It's close enough to the latch up.
Huh? I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here.
Sorry, fucko.
I'm gonna enjoy.
With a loud thud, the old man
Hey,
the key
Theo,
is
my
brass.
man. Thank you.
Workshop spare is etched.
Come on, man. We were just...
I'm tired of listening to your shit. Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
You see a heavy... It could be connected to the bar. The key fits the dimple. The darkness before you
Knew it.
smells like engine grease and cut wood.
I knew it. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I love finding little secret things that I can go into. Yes. Okay. I need to remember to sit back. I keep doing this. I'm like hunched over my stinking desk. $5 whole. Spoil me. Okay. there's a lift.
This small elevator smells of nougat, and the maintenance card under the control panel reads, last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
51?
That it does. I say, let's brave it. At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injury.
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic. There are large rectangular buttons. A small steel plaque reads, Halter 800. Halter is a conning stand.
Do it. Let's go. In and up. More money. Oh. Nice. Okay. Fun. Any of the little boxes here? Anything lighting up? No. Okay. Oh, I love it. I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. Ferg's living his best life. Just stretching out, making all kinds of noise back there.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Love it.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue. Looks like it.
A creak. Some
downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. 3 weeks maximum. This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately,
I need to blow my nose
the
out.
worst,
Sneeze.
most vague shoe size.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh. I should probably make dinner at some point and go get that, everybody? Go get that pop. As much as I don't really need pop, I would like pop.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know, between that and that. No, these little horizontal lines are different.
Everything around you is quiet.
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. These prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer. And if not, at least they're a good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus.
Oh man, my nose is really bugging me. And I've been here with you for 2 hours, so you know I'm not. I think it's because the heat comes on in my building and they kind of like connect in between the two units. And my next door neighbor on that way, which like the airflow flows from those apartments and comes this way, and that neighbor is the one that smokes inside their unit. And like I said, I'm allergic to everything. I have an autoimmune disease. I'm running HEPA filters and like doing the best I can, but sometimes when I go out and like have adventures throughout the day like I did today, I come back and my nose, my sinuses, my breathing, like all of them get quite angry at me. Alright, so let's do this.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside.
You can barely see the footprints on the floor, however. Definitely suspicious.
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something. This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Unless we've...
Folded M dimension.
There we go, down we came. And now it's raining and she's still standing in the rain. Okay, I'm gonna save the game. And I am going to... Save game. I'm gonna save the game there. I am gonna go deal with my sinus situation and make myself some dinner and get a little bit of pop. And then I will be back this evening because I don't really have anything else that I was gonna do this evening other than hang out with you lovely people. So, I'll see you in a few. Thanks for hanging out, guys.